7 of the NFL season is on its way here. We are flying through this NFL season. I kind of hate it, to be honest with you, because this season's going to be over before we know it. Either way, last week I had an incredibly good week, going 13-1 on games. That's a great week. I can't believe I did that. And honestly, I should have been perfect, but I tried to get cute and pick it an upset, which I'll show you here in a minute. But either way, before we get in this video of these predictions, check out W.GG. Use code SHREDDER for 10% off your order of anything on their website. They have some of the best energy drinks you'll ever find. This right here, this is one of their 30-serving. This is the blue raspberry flavor. It's my favorite. Go ahead and check them out on W.GG or click the link in the description, and let's get right into this video. So these were my predictions last week right here. This is where I got cute. This right here. It should have been that. That's what would have been correct. It's an obvious one. I just tried to predict something fun with Drake May. Yeah, of course it comes back to bite me. Either way, one off last week. That sucks. But we've got a new week to get to. And let's get right to it. Alright, things to know for this week is the Cowboys and the Bears are on bye. We have 15 games if I can count right. That is correct, 15 games. Either way, starting off in the AFC, Jags, Patriots. This is actually, that could be questionable. Could Drake May win this game? I predicted him to win last week versus the Texans. Obviously, that was stupid. I think they can. If he can throw 3 touchdown passes against a good Texans defense, granted, he had to throw a lot in the second half, so like, as good as he played, let's hamper our expectations a little bit. You know, as good as that was, and I like Drake May, this Jaguars defense isn't very good, but they may be able to do other things. So I'm going to go with Patriots still. I think Drake May is going to be better for them, but we'll see. If they don't win this week, then, well, they're not getting a pick from me the rest of the year. Either way. Mini-bye of the Dolphins versus the Colts. So I'm assuming Tua is, or no, this is the full bye, excuse me. I'm assuming Tua is not playing in this game. He's supposed to play at some point. That's a big upgrade, but not this game. We'll go with the Colts. They're going to lose to everybody until they, probably except for Cleveland. If they played Cleveland, that'd be interesting. Let's see it, NFL. Shift something around and let's see it. Come on. Either way, Titans, Bills. I mean, Titans have not been very good. Bills have been pretty good. Had a little slump there for a minute, but they played a couple good teams and lost. It's okay. Happens to everybody. Yeah, I trust the Bills way more than the Titans. Will Levis, he's a constant meme. Love to see it. Love the energy, but yeah, that's not, no, I don't know. Either way. Oh, good divisional matchup here of 2 bad AFC North teams. Well, I say bad. Bengals will win. Bengals are looking a lot better lately. Yeah, that's kind of why I take back the whole bad part. And oh, I don't think I mentioned this. I'm 59-33 on the season. I forgot to mention that. Either way, on my predictions. Either way, going back to the point. Bengals, Browns. Yeah, I mean, Nick Chubb might come back, but hey, Amari Cooper's gone. They have no passing game. Not like they had one before because Deshaun Watson's been terrible. But Nick Chubb is expected back in this game. That should be fun to see. Doubt it's going to matter because they're probably going to suck anyways. Jets and Steelers. Russell Wilson might get the start this week. Thank the Lord. Justin Fields has been a good backup, and that's fine. That's fine. Why are we upset about that? We're not. We shouldn't be. But to say he's been anything more than a very good spot starter / fill in the whole backup, like, is wrong. He just hasn't been. You know, oh, they blew out the Raiders last week. No thanks to you, Justin Fields. Well, he had 2 rushing touchdowns. Yeah, no, not really. They were set up in short fields. Justin Fields never moved the ball down the field very well at all. Oh, but he threw this dime to George Pickens and he dove and caught it. Yeah, that was a bad ball. If he throws that ball right, it's a touchdown. There's not a lot from Justin Fields good in the last 2 weeks. And, you know, whether or not you're a Fields fan or not, or whether you want him to start or not, you have to admit, Fields never slammed the door shut on Russell Wilson. He left it open, and this is what's happening. Either way, Jets now have Devontae Adams. Steelers have had to prep for Devontae Adams 2 weeks in a row, playing the Raiders last week, and now the Jets. Is what it is, man. This is Sunday Night Football. This is a massive game. This is a very, very big game because for Pittsburgh, if Pittsburgh can win this with Russell Wilson, it's going to look good. Now, if they lose and they look bad with Russell Wilson, people are going to be like, oh, why'd you ever bench Fields? It was a mistake. Okay, this is the best defense that either quarterback would have played all season. This game does not need overreaction. If Russ looks bad, it's his first game. Like, give him a break. And it's a good defense. If Fields looked bad, he'd be gone next week. Part of me does think because of that, maybe play Fields one more week. Even though I'm not a Fields fan, I don't think he'll win. I think Russ gives us the chance to win this game. Go with Pittsburgh. Let's jump over to the NFC side. Vikings, Lions, a heck of a game. Vikings coming off of the mini bye. That's a full bye. I'm an idiot. Sorry. The Reds, the mini bye. Wow, this is going to be... I have to come back to that one. That might be the game of the week, okay? Mini bye, Seahawks versus Falcons. Give me the Falcons. I don't think the Seahawks are very good. They played 3 bad teams in the start of the season off and went 3-0, and people were like, ooh, the Seahawks. They were not good even then. They weren't. They played Skylar Thompson and Jacoby Brissett and Bo Nix in his first game ever, and they didn't play well. They beat teams they should have beaten, and then they've lost to teams that they should have lost to. This is another team they'll probably should lose to. They need to fix stuff if they want to be, serious contenders this year. Falcons, they probably have the upper hand in my watch. Giants and Eagles. I'm going with the Eagles here. They're just the better quality team. They just are. Panthers and Commanders. This one feels like a trap game. I'm coming back to those two in a minute. Thursday Night Football, Broncos and Saints. Saints, Broncos, Sean Payton's return to the Big Easy. Let's see here. Ooh. Spencer Rattler's a starter. Bo Nix is a starter. This game's going to suck. Crap. Man, Thursday Night Football. Man, just brutal. I'm going to go with the guy who's been playing a little bit longer, the Broncos, to win it. I just think I trust that more at this point. That's about all I can say. The defense is probably better. I trust their defense versus their offense. That's what I'm going with. Texans, Packers, give me... Ooh, this is the first real test the Texans might face. I mean, well, they played the Bills, and they beat the Bills. They played them. Packers, though, are a different kind of team. They have a little more defense than the Bills, and probably a little less offense, but very close. I want to go with Green Bay. I'm going to go with Green Bay. Green Bay versus Houston, that's a good game. That might be the game of the week. We'll see about that one here in a minute. Coming off the byes, the Rams versus the Raiders. Give me the Rams. The Raiders don't have Devontae. The Raiders don't have a running back that's really capable of doing much. The Raiders are the Raiders. Anyways. Chiefs, Niners. How is the Super Bowl rematch not in a primetime format? I don't know. That's a mini bye. That's a full bye. Ooh, this is tough. So Chiefs are 5-0. Niners are 3-3. Give me at home the Niners. I think the Niners, they need this one. They know they need this one. Not only because they can't go 3-4. They can't be 3-4. They just can't. They simply cannot be 3-4. But also, the Chiefs haven't really played great football. They haven't. Mahomes has not been all that great. There's been a lot missing from this team, and I think the Niners could be the ones to expose it with enough, weapons that they have. Ravens and Bucks, this is another really good game. There's a lot of good games this week. Even this is a good game, despite the fact that they're both terrible teams. This is tough. Ravens and Bucks. Ravens and Bucks, man. Baker Mayfield, Lamar Jackson, Mike Evans, Zay Flowers. Defense. I really want to pick the Ravens, but also don't really want to pick the Ravens. The Bucks, we'll come back to it in a second. Golly, I'm having a lot to think about here. Chargers and Cardinals. This one sucks for the Cardinals. This is one of those schedule games that just really sits poorly. I think the Chargers are going to get this one. Cardinals, I like them, but they just lack a lot of top-end roster talent, or middle-end roster talent. It's a lot of Kyler Murray, Marvin Harrison, Budda Baker, Trey McBride, Gap, everyone else on a roster in the NFC West, not under the gap, in the gap, right? Not necessarily if they're under Kyler, but if they're not above him, they're under him right there. And then the rest of the Cardinals roster, right? It's not a good look for their roster. So I just don't trust them, and I trust Jim Harbaugh and the Chargers a lot more. Panthers and Commanders, I'm going to go with the easy answer and take the Commanders. I mean, that really feels like a trap game, and that might be one that we come back next week, and I'm sitting here like, wait a minute, man. That one got me. It got me, right? I don't know. Either way, Ravens and Bucks, I'm going to take the Bucks. Hold on, let me look at something here. All right, so I had to look at some defensive stats. Had to whip out some stats on this one because I was having trouble trying to figure out which ones I particularly wanted. I'm going to take the Ravens. I'm reluctant on this. I'd really like to take the Bucks, but their offense is, though it's not impressive, not that it's not impressive, I don't know. It's not explosive, that's the better word, let me say. It's much more reliable. Derrick Henry can fall forward for 4.5 yards with every single run, no matter where he's hit. That's a big part of this, is why I'm taking them. Though, 2 Monday night games, I think those are great games for Monday night. I'm glad to watch them. This one, I also looked at this, and This came down to who do I trust more? And it is going to be the Detroit Lions because actually, no, it's not. Aiden Hutchinson just got hurt. Crap. I got to think about this even further. Nope. I'm going with the Lions. I think Jared Goff, I trust him. He can throw a lot of points on a board. The Vikings have been very good on defense, scoring defense, rushing defense, but they haven't been good in passing defense. And that's what this team does well. Ben Johnson can scheme a lot of stuff up. Jared Goff hits every open receiver there is. This is what I'm going with for this week. So, lock of the week. Who is my lock to win this week? Let's go ahead. I'm going to take the Chargers over the Cardinals as my lock of the week. And my upset of the week, I really don't know that there's a ton of upsets here. I think they're kind of, the Broncos maybe could be considered that. Maybe the Lions could be considered an upset. Maybe the Packers could be considered an upset. I'm going to go with, I know it's really not that much of an upset, but I'm going to go with the Lions. I think that's what I'm going to take here. So those are my two locks this week. Either way, let me know what you think down in the comments below about these predictions. Who do you think will win this week? Who do you think won't win? Who do you think I'm wrong on? Give me a reason. Give me a reason why. Maybe this guy's injured and I didn't really think about it. But either way, thank y'all for watching. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. They help my channel out a ton, and they don't cost you a single thing. And I'll see y'all in the next video.